My Carnage welder is my go-to welder. You want to see how easy it is to get to?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
We've got the fastest deployable welder. A Carnage welder is a wire feed welder. It's basically batteries and everything inside of a box. It's quick deployment. Just take out the case, open it up, turn it on, and you're ready to start welding. No pulling batteries or getting cables out. It's literally 30 seconds and you're up and ready to weld.
It's very user-friendly, awesome penetration on the welds. The first weekend I was out with it, I had to use it, and it's the only reason I was able to complete the second course in my competition.
If you're ranching and farming, you have to have a Carnage welder in your tool bag.
If you're a hunter and you're off the grid, the Carnage welder is going to be a necessary tool.
You break, let's fix it. 10 minutes later, let's get back on the trail and let's try whatever you broke it on again.
I'm able to utilize that in so many different aspects of my life.
I always carry a Carnage welder as a part of my off-road gear.
Pack it wherever you need to, flip a switch, hook up a ground, and start welding. It's that simple.
We've chased checkered flags through dust, rocks, mud, and worse. We've crowned champions, racked up wins in places where tires go to die. And we're still just getting started. From hammering at hammers to Baja bangers. If it's brutal, beautiful, or just plain ridiculous, we're there. So whether you're bombing through the desert or just dodging potholes in rush hour, tread victoriously with Maxxis tires, built for whatever you're chasing.
We are unmuted. We are live there. All right. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in to another WERock Wednesday. Tonight's WERock Wednesday is brought to you by LaserNut for all your laser cutting, forming, or welding needs. Check out lasernut.com. Tonight we have special guest Sawyer Brassanini. But first, I want to jump into a huge shout out to all of our sponsors that make this year possible. Maxxis tires, whether for work or play, tread victoriously with Maxxis tires. LaserNut, Behemoth Drivetrain, Drive Shaft Specialist, Carnage Welders, Axle Helmets, Tire Right, Metal Cloak, Brannick Motorsports, Raceline Wheels, Spider Tracks, and Crown Automotive. All right, so we got just a couple updates for you guys tonight before we jump into our special guest. Good Evening Ranch, less than 3 weeks away, coming up very, very fast. Spectator tickets are available online. You can use the discount code WERock25E1 for Eastern Series Round 1 and save 20% on those tickets. So jump on, save some money doing that. Please like and share that event page if you don't mind. Right after that, our 20th year at Dayton, Tennessee at the Gazars Farm. It's going to be super cool. We cannot wait to get back there. Stay tuned for some exciting announcements that we will have as we get a little bit closer to that. But that is right on the heels of Good Evening Ranch. Yep. And we have fireworks again this year. And I cannot wait to see how we are going to top last year. So it was insane last year. That was awesome. So stay tuned for that one. A couple of things I wanted to bring up for the Moonrocks event in Reno, July 25th and 26th. That is a Friday night and Saturday night event. It is going to be awesome out there. The terrain is incredible. I'm super bummed that you didn't get to see the terrain because it's so unique. I mean, you're just driving through the desert and all of a sudden there's a pocket of the most incredible rocks to go rock crawling on. So, and not only that, they're historic rocks, So I got to walk the historic B7 obstacle out there, and we'll find a way to make that super challenging, and definitely it will be part.
Ways.
Yeah, exactly.
I have my ways.
It will be part of the show for sure. So that is going to be super exciting. Our title sponsor for that event is going to be ORW, Off-Road Warehouse and / 4-Wheel Parts. They're in the process of rebranding all of that stuff and bringing that all under one umbrella there with Greg. But a huge shout out to the Reno location for coming on board and being our event sponsor for Moonrocks. Also, Jesse Haynes Fabrication will be sponsoring the Judges Tip Jar. We will still be accepting tips for our judges, but we are going to run a third more courses. So we're going to need even more judges than normal. And so Jesse has got the first large donation into the Judges Tip Jar. And if you're not familiar with that, if you come out and volunteer with us, we take that tip jar, divide it up by how many volunteers we have. And at the end of the weekend, we hand out whatever cash has been collected for that. So super excited to have Jesse helping out, not only in all the capacities that with him being local there and putting on the Supercrawl stuff, but also Harry Wagner, for all of the help that those guys have provided. It sounded like they had a successful Memorial Weekend out there. And the big cleanup is this weekend. There's going to be a taco truck and all of that stuff out there as well. So if you guys didn't have enough fun last weekend, they will be out there with some free food and stuff to help clean up. Check out the Friends of Moonrocks page.
I think my Mevo stuff's frozen. Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, I'm very intensely looking at you for a long time. And I don't know if audio's coming through, but image seems to have...
Yeah, I've still got your audio. I wonder if it's just on my side here too.
Well, it's I'm looking at it. That's frozen. Well, they can hear us, which good news. We won't be the main show for much longer.
Yeah, nobody wants to see us anyway. So with that, lots of exciting things coming up here. The pace really starts to pick up event-wise just because of how the schedule came together. Tammy says that they can hear us.
Back.
So, all right. The schedule's super weird this year with just where we could get events to fit. So we were in this weird little lull to where we were really going to kick into high gear and start hitting those East Coast events, finish up with the Western Series, and then right into Indiana at the Badlands, right back into Farmington, New Mexico for Grand Nationals, and then into Trail Hero. So It is... it's going to be a crazy second half of the season for us, and we are so looking forward to it. But tonight's guest, Sawyer Brassanini, he is our Western Series Round 2 Unlimited winner, bringing home his first win in the Unlimited class. And he has had an incredible season, and I'm super excited to be able to, to get to know Sawyer a little bit. So, Sawyer, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, first off, congratulations on not only beating your dad, but Dave Wong, John Himble, all those guys put up an incredible fight in Cedar City, and you and Colin did a phenomenal job getting yourselves on top of the box there.
Yep, me and Colin definitely busted our booties off for that event there. So.
It must be pretty crazy going into the Unlimited class. Definitely our freshest competitor. You look at Dave and John and even your dad, they've all got a few years under their belt, and there you are showing them that that doesn't really matter.
Yep.
What do you think made the difference at Cedar City? How were you able to pull off the win?
Well, we didn't break, which back in Texas and Arizona, we broke both events and rolled over both events, and we were able to just finish all of our courses. And I really think that's what sold us the first and Cedar. So
I mean, yeah, we look back at your Arizona event, had 2 broken shafts, rolled the car over, broken shock, and Texas rolled the car 3 times, also a broken axle shaft. I mean, did your mindset change going into Cedar, or were you still just pushing, and or did you kind of like, hey, we need to change something up a little bit?
well, our mindset changed and the car changed. We got some brand new axle shafts, so changed the whole axle shaft problem there. And then me and Colin going into Cedar, we were just focusing on finishing all of our courses and doing them slow as fast. Being able to get through our obstacles and straight on to the next obstacle, and just being able to finish our courses, and worked out for us. So
Yeah, that's one of the things that is super important in WERock is clock management. But kind of to that point, you really don't have time to be in a rush.
yeah.
So, honestly, other than the car problems, you and Colin have been working together extremely well. Tell me a little bit about that relationship, and I know that you had to steal him from your dad in order to have that spotter anyways.
Yeah, so me and Colin, we started working together about, I think it was 2 Trail Heroes ago, or yeah, 2 Trail Heroes ago. He spotted me for your guys' Trail Hero WERock, and we did pretty good. We got 4th, and I wasn't able to compete for the national points last season, and since coming into this season, I figured I'd want to try out Colin again, and I don't know what happened with us, but we just clicked, and he's a great spotter. I mean, he spotted my dad to pretty much winning the national championship last year, and my dad trusting Colin with me, and Colin trusting my driving skills, just says a lot. So,
well, yeah, that says a lot right there, that your dad's faith in putting him in your hands. That says a lot of his opinion of Colin for sure.
Yeah.
So you jumped in, you ran the WERock at Trail Hero.
Yep. That was in Unlimited.
You were spotting for your brother as well. Was that last season when you were injured?
Yeah, so last season I wasn't injured. I just didn't have a car at the beginning of the season. So I was spotting my brother over the East Series and at Nationals in New Mexico. And then I broke my back after New Mexico, or no, it was before New Mexico, because I was supposed to drive during Nationals because we got the new car. But I broke my back before that, so that kind of put me out for Trail Hero and Nationals and all that. But yeah, I spotted Coulter for the East points last year.
Yeah.
In Sportsman's Day.
So were you able to learn much from that? What was that valuable experience for you?
The broken back?
Yeah, that part.
that part. I learned not to go really fast on my dirt bike. So.
Yeah, spotting. So working with your brother, being a spotter, did that help you become a better driver?
Yeah, it definitely has, because knowing what the car does outside of it versus in the inside, it's just like driving an RC car. You get to see where all the tire placements are, like the exact position of the car. And driving or spotting my brother definitely helped me this year, because I just know how like the cars would react on like certain positions, especially with Coulter being a capable driver and trusting me, and so we could kind of push the car's limit a little bit.
So what are there some significant differences? You guys are fielding 3 cars for this season. Are all the cars very similar, or they look similar but operate very differently?
Well, my brother's car and my dad's car are pretty much identical. They were both built by Laser Nut, and my car was built by Jeff McKinley and has a supercharged 1.4 in it instead of a EcoBoost 2.0. So it's got a little bit different power and kind of handling there. And other than that, those cars, I mean, they've got the same chassis, same axles, pretty much, same geometry and all that. They work pretty good. I mean, they all work the same, really. They just got kind of different driving styles, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You've gotten the chance to drive Moonshine a few times, WERock, and which one do you like better? Do you like that the turbo or that supercharger?
I like the supercharger. I like having that power quick.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, well, I guess we'll stay on the car topic, I guess. So you were able to get those Brassanini Motorsports U-joint shafts in there. I know that I did find a couple of those RCV balls down in Texas.
Yep.
You guys, hopefully that'll be able to keep you on your game, having those nice shafts in there. But I've really got to commend you for jumping in and just doing whatever it took to get that car back on course. And I mean, it would have been easy to say, man, we're down, we didn't finish a course again. We're not gonna to podium or whatever. But was it Arizona? Where did you podium?
It was Arizona.
It was yeah. So at Baghdad, you guys thrashed. You got the car put back together, and you kept grinding all weekend, and it paid off. You ended up on the podium still, even after that. So I want to say how impressed I was by your determination and effort to to get that car back on the podium. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. You guys were also having some issues with the dead pedal accelerator pedal, weren't you?
Yeah, so on the throttle body, the plug that goes into the throttle body was getting loose and it was shorting out on course. And that happened in Baghdad. And luckily, we were able to get it fixed and finish the courses when it happened. But in Texas, on probably our most important course, it would have kept us in the lead with my dad and Dave. It cut out on me on one of the big bonus drops, and I was not able to get it started, so we timed out trying to mess with it.
Yeah, that's super frustrating. So I know you guys were planning on making some changes to the car to correct that. Is that have you got that accomplished yet?
Yeah, so after Texas, I brought my car into Steve at Sand Hollow Off-Road and fixed it all up. For the throttle body, we just got a new plug, and I soldered the wires to the old wires and heat shrunk them and pretty much just put a whole new plug in for it. Haven't had an issue since. So,
oh, right on. That's great news. I know Steve Marquardt is fighting the same thing with his Chevy powered unlimited car, and it's really frustrating, for him. He doesn't know, it doesn't seem to be as simple as yours, unfortunately. He doesn't know what it's going to take to fix it, but just getting those mechanical problems out of the way to where you guys can focus on courses and pay attention to what other people do. I mean, there's a huge amount of advantage you can gain by being able to focus on those other things instead of fighting the car. So, yeah, it's on now. You've got your first win under your belt.
Yep.
And I know you guys had come out and ran West Virginia and Tennessee. Your dad was in Unlimited class last year in the Eastern Series, and you spotted for your brother. But you didn't get to drive out there, and those events are coming up. You guys going to come back out? You looking forward to trying out some East Coast rocks?
Sadly, I will not be able to go, but my dad and my brother are going to go. I've got football and work, all the adult stuff to deal with, pretty much.
Well, at least there's one adult in the family besides your mom.
Yeah, right.
Well, tell us a little bit about that. I know that you're big into football. What grade are you in? Let's start with that.
I am going into my senior year of high school.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
I saw your pictures from prom, where you guys got to go out with Brett and a well, I don't know. I was going to say a shorter Wong, but it probably not. With Reese and your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Dude, that's super cool. The community
Yeah.
that you guys have of not only rock crawling, and getting to spend that time, together as a family, but also with your friends and at school. That's super cool
Yeah.
too. So,
Yeah.
so what do you play? What position do you play in football?
So on offense, I play on the line for both, but I play tackle on offense and defensive end on defense.
Okay. What's your favorite?
I like playing defensive end. I like trying to get around the guys, go tackle somebody. That sounds pretty fun to me. So
Yeah. Well, it's as you know, it's a huge commitment in that as well, especially since school. Well, you just got out of school last week, and you're already started for the fall season. So a huge commitment there. But that's awesome. Tell me a little bit about school. Do you have plans for what you want to study or?
yeah. So actually, I found out that I'm able to graduate a little bit early next year. So I'll be graduating about a semester early, and I don't know if I want to go straight into college, but I know I want to go to college and get a business management degree to kind of help me build my way up towards taking over my dad's business.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so with that, you are currently working at Sand Hollow off-road with Steve?
Yes, sir.
All right. That probably comes in handy getting to learn how to operate these cars.
Definitely saved my butt in Baghdad. I don't think if I wasn't working for Steve, I wouldn't be able to switch my axles out in under 45 minutes. So
Yeah, that's impressive. So when you're working at Sand Hollow, what are you kind of doing there for those guys?
pretty much everything buggy related. I mean, right now, Steve and his son Tyler are building a brand new Jesse Haynes trail car up in there, and I am usually working on repairs and all that. But Ron Arch actually was out wheeling a couple weekends ago, and he lit his car on fire.
I
The
saw
weekend
that.
at Delta. Yeah, so we sent that in. We were doing a bunch of electrical work and repairing lines and all that. Pretty much just everything buggy related.
Yeah. So do you want to get into the fabrication side of that, or do you like the mechanical side of dealing with, the engines, or do you like the wiring side of things?
I could definitely do without going to the wiring. I think that's very confusing, and I don't want to go anywhere near it.
I think that's a popular consensus in building cars.
Yeah.
So awesome. So do you have a desire to do the fabrication side with the chassis and that, or?
Yeah, I actually really like welding. I've started to learn welding with working at Steve. So actually one of my first days there, we were welding up a Jesse Haynes car. So
Awesome. So are you learning the MIG weld, or are you doing TIG welding?
TIG and MIG.
Awesome. That
Yeah.
is that's something that Caleb has dabbled in. His MIG welding is pretty good, but we do not have a TIG welder as of yet, and that is definitely our next investment is to move over into TIG welding. I've never really tried it, at a solid
Yeah.
effort, so I'm excited about that.
Yep.
I'll call you for some tips.
Sweet. If you get your TIG welds nice, they look pretty sweet.
Yeah, we've got the single seat Jesse car that we've had for a couple of years. That was going to be the electric buggy that John Connor
Yep, he welded up and
did the welding on it, and oh my gosh, it is
Yeah.
phenomenal. I mean, Kyle Lissel does an incredible job as well. Both those guys are incredible welders. So
Yeah.
one of these days.
Yep.
When you grow up.
When I grow up, yeah. And Colin can be my boss, and or Sawyer can be my boss.
Wait.
Yeah, so your aspirations are, Ron says thanks for fixing his car too, so.
Well.
I guess your business management kind of trajectory, looking at jumping into business and helping your dad out?
Yeah. Yep. I want to get into getting in a crew with him and start framing. And then once I know the way of the frame, start learning how to take care of the business,
That's good. Starting at that level is so invaluable, to have that experience, like we talked with being able to spot for your brother.
Being able to work on the cars.
Being able to work on the cars, yeah. The
to,
more experience you have and the more well-rounded you are, as you get older and progress, all that information is really good.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about, you've got your laser nut hat on there. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Cody Wagner, and how you've gotten to drive some of these amazing laser nut built cars too.
Yeah, I mean, Cody is pretty much the perfect sponsor. I mean, he's super kind. My dad being good friends with him helps out too, because he just kind of treats me and Coulter like his own sons, like, I mean, when we were out at King of Hammers and staying in Laser Town, he gave us full hookup, electricity and water up at his house. I mean, that was sweet. And him being able to let me drive his really fancy car is pretty cool too. So
yeah, that's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
So now, I'm trying to remember what it's. Your brother, was his the surprise car?
Yeah.
When you guys got to go out to California there and pick up. He's driving the Moonshine buggy.
Yep. Coulter had no clue what was going on. He thought we were just going down there to visit or something, and then pull up to the garage and he's like shedding tears.
Yeah, what a cool opportunity. And Cody is an amazing guy. He's got a huge heart. And all the trophies that he does for us are top notch. I mean, you got a few of those trophies now. I mean,
just a few.
Yeah, the laser cutting, the anodizing, and then laser etching, and everything that all the effort that he puts into those, and we hand out a lot of those trophies over a season. So we're very grateful for that, for our relationship with Cody as well. So yeah, that's very cool.
So I got a question. I mean, you haven't driven, in all the events, but you definitely spot on the East Coast, and now you're driving on the West Coast. What's been your favorite event site? Rock, Cedar's obviously got to be up there with the win, but is there anything else?
I think my favorite competition I've ever done was Tennessee. I mean, the night competition, the fireworks, the crowd, just a different environment, really. I mean, it didn't even feel like I was competing when I was there.
It's so fun to be there, and you feel like a rock star. Like it's it is a fun feeling to be out in front of a crowd under the lights and everything. That's always a fun one, and we hope to bring that flavor to the Moonrocks event as well. So I think that's going to be super cool. Hopefully we don't go as late. We're not planning on going as late as Tennessee gets at times, but it should be a great event as well to have that same kind of experience. I don't know that you can duplicate Dayton anywhere. I guess if we could, we would, like everywhere. Yep. So, what is a gate that makes you the most nervous? The obstacle. I know. I think we talked a little bit in Cedar. Cedar and Farmington are both. They're both big. Like you're the tallest thing around there. Yeah. Is it the vertical height or an off camber? What when you walk a course and you're like that Caleb?
Yeah. I think the obstacle that mainly scares me the most are the very high profile ones. I mean, when you're up there and you got to do like some crazy freaking off camber thing, it just gets me pooping a little bit.
What about, do you prefer climbing obstacles or dropping off?
Honestly, I kind of like both equally. I like dropping off because the car just goes, and if you play it right, it goes good. But if you play it wrong, it ends up bad. But the climbing something that, like Caleb said, and it's just a super weird obstacle that you're able to climb up just feels really good,
Yeah, anytime you can beat him. What about out at in your backyard there at Sand Hollow? What's either like your favorite trail or favorite obstacle out there?
My favorite kind of obstacles out in Sand Hollow are like really technical cracks where you just have to pay attention to all four of your tires at the same time. You just got to feel the car, see if it's dropping in or not. There's this one crack that I just tried out a couple weekends ago. It's called Iron Lot, where you go up this huge crack and then it kind of widens up a little bit, and it like widens up just enough to where your passenger rear starts to slough down. But if you're able to catch it in time, it comes right back up. I really like that obstacle.
Yeah, those are fun for sure.
Yeah, it's different being able, doing the Trail Hero at the WERock at Trail Hero. There's some fun stuff that I'm able to set in there. It's always cool. It's a good way to kind of really push people. Definitely being able to set courses in there. It's some big stuff and technical stuff as well.
Yeah.
So did you, you're into the RC cars as well, right? RC rock colors?
Yeah.
Are you able to take a lot of that knowledge from the RC cars and apply it to the one-to-one?
Yeah, definitely. Back a couple of years ago when I first got my first rear steer RC, I was probably outside every day with my brother driving them and just learning them. And honestly, seeing what the car does from a very high standpoint, it helps a lot knowing what the car will do, or pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, does that, I would think being able to save the car in those instances where you just create that muscle memory, I think is kind of my thought, where
right.
You just know where to turn the front tires or rear tires and without thinking about it.
Right. Yep, definitely just gains muscle memory.
Ah, that's cool. And it's way cheaper to wreck one of those.
It's cheaper, but it's definitely not cheap.
No, it's not cheap. Especially you start throwing those Vanquish parts at things. And
Oh yeah.
I had something else, but I didn't write it down, so that's good. Yeah, that's on
It's
me.
gone now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about where you like to wheel. We're definitely bummed that to hear you're not going to be able to make it out for West Virginia, because even though that's not like the craziest spectator, it's one of the craziest places we go. It's so neat there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
who knows? Maybe I'll just sneak out with the truck and trailer and meet my dad there.
Yeah.
well, I know little Charlie is skipping his senior graduation to come to West Virginia. So,
Yep. I saw they just added about 3,000 horsepowers.
Yeah, just at 17,000 RPM.
Yeah,
Something like
143 pounds of boost, I believe, is what they posted just a little bit ago. So they're definitely shooting for that, that top spot. So if you believe any of that, but we'll definitely, Caleb's tried to fly out there too. I mean,
tried.
Almost successfully. But anyways, I want to say, just I'm so glad to see you rewarded for the effort that that you put in this season of keeping that car together and just pushing and be able to take up the top spot in Unlimited. So I mean, that is no joke at all.
Yeah. Yep. It was definitely a crazy feeling.
Did you have anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. I know you've got some people that help you get out to these events to thank. Who would you like to thank for making your 2025 WERock season and X-Rock season a possibility?
I really thank Laser Nut, Trail Hero, Santa Hall Off Road, Brennick Motorsports, Buffalo Mountain Builders. Oh, there's so many more.
Yeah, mainly your mom and dad.
Oh yeah, my mom, my dad, all of my sponsors that I can't remember off the top of my head. Really just can't do anything without them. So
yeah, you guys, especially keeping 3 cars together. So are you helping with the maintenance on all 3 of those vehicles now?
yeah, well, mostly mine, but I help my dad with his and Coulter with his sometimes. But
That's awesome,
I've
man.
got my own car. I'm kind of focused with that one.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, if you work on your dad's car and like something doesn't go right, is that?
Giving away my secrets.
Yeah.
Before he goes to West Virginia, I'll put a little hole in his tire.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, congratulations. I cannot wait to see how the rest of the season goes for you. Good luck in football. I hope to have you on very soon, and we can catch up and learn some more about you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. With that, man, what a great effort. From Sawyer. Pushing hard this season has been really cool to see him rewarded for that effort. So.
Yeah, it was. Baghdad and Texas were a little rough, but you could really see that they were working well together, and we had definitely talked almost after each of those events. It's like they're gonna get something soon. And
yeah, definitely.
Cedar City, there it was.
And Sawyer and Colin make an incredible team. They work well together. I think Sawyer listens incredibly well, and he knows how to operate the car extremely well. And you got to have. You don't just have to be a good driver. You got to have a good spotter. You got to have a good car. And it's kind of like when you add, say you're running 35s on your Jeep and you put 40s on it. Well, all of a sudden it doesn't quite work as well. You got to dial it in. So all of those parts have to come together. Your mindset has to be right. There's so many things that go into making a successful team and operating, like we've been talking about, one of the most difficult vehicles to drive in all of motorsports. So a great job by those guys, coming together, and I think everybody else better watch out.
Oh yeah.
I think this is the tip of the iceberg. They've got the car dialed in to where hopefully the mechanicals are holding together, and I'm excited to see what the rest of the season holds for Sawyer and Colin. So it's going to be exciting. All right. Well, with that, I want to thank Laser Nut again for supporting the 2025 WERock season. Also want to thank our title sponsor, Maxxis Tires, Behemoth Drivetrain, Drive Shaft Specialist of San Antonio, Carnage Welders, Axle Helmets, Tire Right, Metal Cloak, Brassanini Motorsports, Raceline Wheels, Spider Tracks, and Crown Automotive. So you guys tune in next Wednesday for another live update, and until then, we will see you.
My Carnage welder is my go-to welder. You want to see how easy it is to get to?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
We've got the fastest deployable welder. A Carnage welder is a wire feed welder. It's basically batteries and everything inside of a box. It's quick deployment. Just take out the case, open it up, turn it on, and you're ready to start welding. No pulling batteries or getting cables out. It's literally 30 seconds and you're up and ready to weld.
It's very user-friendly, awesome penetration on the welds. The first weekend I was out with it, I had to use it, and it's the only reason I was able to complete the second course in my competition.
If you're ranching and farming, you have to have a Carnage welder in your tool bag.
If you're a hunter and you're off the grid, the Carnage welder is going to be a necessary tool.
You break, let's fix it. 10 minutes later, let's get back on the trail and let's try whatever you broke it on again.
I'm able to utilize that in so many different aspects of my life.
I always carry a Carnage welder as a part of my off-road gear.
Pack it wherever you need to, flip a switch, hook up a ground, and start welding. It's that simple.
We've chased checkered flags through dust, rocks, mud, and worse. We've crowned champions, racked up wins in places where tires go to die. And we're still just getting started. From hammering at hammers to Baja bangers. If it's brutal, beautiful, or just plain ridiculous, we're there. So whether you're bombing through the desert or just dodging potholes in rush hour, tread victoriously with Max's tires, built for whatever you're chasing.